I want you to go back to 4th grade, Justin.
Yeah, yeah.
Put stake in the ground.
3 games?
Yeah.
That is outrageous.
Thank you. All right, cool. Mission accomplished.
Doctors were worried that I was going to have one leg longer than the other.
John Rahm got a very similar situation to that.
Oh,
He could
really?
have set you on track for a pretty successful golf career.
Yeah, I don't know if it would have worked out that way, but.
You are one of the nicest people that I've ever met, bro.
Nice shot.
I thought you said you wasn't a trash talker.
I'm not. That's kind of a respectful, you know.
Yeah. Welcome back to Range Talk. Today, we got one of the best QBs in the league that also happens to be one of the nicest dudes on the planet, Justin Herbert. Little known fact, he also a die-hard golfer. So much so that despite not being healthy enough to swing the club with 2 hands, he still demanded that we do this today, which is inspiring, but also a little bit troublesome because I'm worried bro might have an addiction. Break it down. My dog. I see I caught you at an awkward time in golf and life.
Yeah, unfortunately. What's up? Good to see you. Thanks for having me out here today.
I appreciate you making the time, dog. You know, golf done took me all over the world and it's had me around some of the most amazing people. Has golf done kind of the same thing for you, or does being one of the best quarterbacks in the league just kind of take you all over the world?
No. Well, I appreciate that. Golf has been an awesome teacher, awesome way to get out there and meet new people, hang out with them, compete. You find out so much more about, you know, who you are when you're in the bunker, you're in the rough, and you're not having the day you want. But it's been an awesome experience.
But golf don't really, it don't really show you the world like it showed me the world.
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay. All right, that's fine. Hey, so like, tell me, did you imagine that you would be at the heights of football that you are right now, bro?
I had no clue. I was just enjoying football growing up, and next thing you know, I was at Oregon, and next thing you know, I was in LA. So kind of funny how the way things worked out.
I feel like you skipping past some stuff, dog. Somebody said that when you were in 9th grade, you manifested that you would be playing professional football in LA.
Yeah,
Is that true?
I think I know what you're talking about. It was actually 4th grade. We did like a, you know, the time capsule things where you put in a bunch of stuff and you say, you know what, you look at it years later, and we just wrote down all the information, who we are, our height, you know, who we were hanging out with at the time, what we wanted to do when we were older. I put down, I think, play quarterback, and I lived in Los Angeles. And so it kind of worked out that way. The Chargers weren't in Los Angeles at the time. And so my mom saved it, put it out there, and it was kind of cool to see.
Bro, so you literally manifested and predicted the fact that you would be doing what you're doing right now.
In a way, I guess. No, it was, I think I kind of got lucky with it. Like, I didn't really know LA like that. I was a Chargers fan growing up, but to kind of predict them going back to LA, I guess I'll take the credit for it.
Do you have any predictions that you want to like put over my life and like, you know what I mean? I'm just speak something for me.
I heard you were the Masters champion, so hopefully, you know, within the next couple of years you get that done too. Maybe back to back.
I like this, bro. Did you really hear the story about what I did?
No, I'd love to hear about it, though.
I accomplished something that nobody else has done in the world of golf.
Yeah.
The Masters this year, they had a competition called the Road to the Masters where we all played the EA Sports version of PGA Tour, EA Sports PGA Tour.
Okay, yeah.
And, you know, it was me, you know, Tony Finau was there, Josh Allen was there. You know, it was a bunch of us competing for this, you know, digital green jacket to become the first ever digital Masters champion. And I won decisively. Me and Eric Church.
Yeah.
It was a team thing. Knowing that I'm a Masters champion, did that make you put a little bit more respect on my name?
No, I had a ton of respect for you before this, but I guess even more now, so.
Hey, but bro, you out here literally hitting golf balls with one hand. Hey, you know we could have waited till later in the year to try to pull this off. But
yeah, but golf is just that game where you got to show up, and you know, unfortunately, I had labrum surgery, so I'm unable to swing a normal, I guess, swing. I can't use both arms, so I've been swinging one-handed, making sure that I'm within, you know, the doctor's recommendations of being safe and being smart on it.
But right up to the limits, though.
Yeah, with golf, you know, you gotta push the limits, and so right-handed, one-handed, that's acceptable.
My boy loved golf so much that he over here battling with the doctor to keep swinging the club. Hey, go ahead, baby, go ahead. Hey, you know it's this dude that's out there famous for hitting the ball one-handed now. His name's Snappy Gilmore. You ever seen that?
I haven't.
You haven't seen it? Bro, I think that like if,
I might have to look it up.
But
though.
I'm just saying, if you know, being a football legend don't work out, you could always dial it back and be a social media influencer. And I could show you the ropes.
Yeah, I think it might be a little tough for me, but I'll give it a shot.
Hey, so man, all things considered, tell me what you thought about the season last year.
I thought there were a lot of good things. Unfortunately, it didn't end the way we wanted to, and I think really only one team is happy at the end.
Yeah.
But for us to kind of deal with some of the adversity that we faced, I thought we did a great job handling it. And, there's always room for improvement, and we have to be better in the postseason. But I think we're getting a lot of the guys back. We're getting a lot of guys healthy, and we have to be better. And so this offseason is important to get better and get back to work. But I'm excited to be here and excited with the guys that we're going along with.
But talk to me about like your personal journey last year, because I mean you got injured pretty early, bro. Like I mean the first thing I remember, it was against the Chiefs, right?
Yeah, week 2, I believe.
Yeah, week 2. That was the rib injury.
Yep.
And then when the labrum happened?
That was week 16 or 17. So it was pretty late.
Did you miss a game?
No, not this year.
So 2 injuries and no games missed.
Yeah. Thankful for the training staff. They've done a great job of taking care of us, and I would never go out there if I didn't feel comfortable or safe at least. And so I knew that I had the right people looking after me. And, being out there on the football field, it's one of the safest places you can be, just with all the attention that you get and all the training. Yeah, the medical staff that's right there, it for sure is. Like, you've got all the help right there.
Bro, I don't know who did your media training and told you to respond to that way, but the football field is not the safest place.
Well, okay. I mean, like, when you get the care, everyone's out there. They'll be right there.
Oh boy, gonna tell me,
hey,
yo, having 300-pound men chase you around is literally
part.
The safest place you could be.
No, that part's not safe, but.
Hey, but so talk to me. Wait, first of all, I want to hit golf balls because the whole purpose of the show is hitting golf balls.
My bad.
I mean, if I hit balls with 2 hands, is that like flexing on you, or should I join you in this?
No, I mean, I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't blame you if you use both arms, because I would too if I was in your situation. But if you want to try maybe a one arm, we'll see. Give it a shot.
I'll join it with you. Let me see something real quick. Bro, we bonding right now, bro.
We're getting better.
We getting better together.
That was a big divot.
Hey.
Sorry, Callaway.
Hey, but talk to me though. Talk to me about the mentality that it takes for you to play injured. Because I mean, this is like, understanding I come from the golf world. It's just, people don't really endure through things like that. They talk themselves out of performing in this sport for far less. And for you to do that, I just gained a newfound respect for you. I'm like, yo, this dude is a demon, dog.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I think one of the things that I think about is probably my teammates, and know that, I need to be out there for them. And I would hope that they would do the same thing for me and, the rest of the team. And obviously you got to be smart about it.
Yeah.
You can't force yourself to be out there when you clearly shouldn't be. But we've got the training staff to protect us and to look after us. And I want to give everything I've got for the team, for that front office, for our coaching staff. And so if there's any chance to play, I know that I'm gonna do my best to be out there.
But did it hurt?
Yeah, it wasn't.
It wasn't like you were out there just.
It wasn't.
It was.
No, I wasn't comfortable. I wasn't comfortable. But that's part of the game, and football in general is tough. You got those guys like you mentioned. You get 300-pound defensive linemen coming at you that are more athletic than me. And so it's just part of the game about being safe and not taking those hits. And, I found that out the hard way my rookie year. So I'm not going to try to run anyone over, just get out of bounds, slide, and be around for the game. Yeah.
But you still, to me, I consider you at the apex of toughness, just based off of last year's efforts alone. Because, I mean, dude, watching your highlights from 2022, you was still a demon, knowing that you were going through everything that you were going through.
Thank you.
Do you consider yourself tough?
I could always be tougher.
Yeah.
I'd like to think maybe, there is a bit of toughness that I've got playing quarterback and going through those injuries, but it was uncomfortable. It hurt, and it wasn't easy, and so I think I could be tougher.
Where does this toughness come from? Where does your toughness come from? Where do you get the inspiration for the toughness?
I think it's being through those experiences and having lived through them and understanding that, it can get worse. I broke my femur in high school.
I heard about that, bro. That almost cost you your looks, though, didn't it?
Yeah. So I didn't get to play until my senior year, really. But breaking your femur, I think that's about as bad as it gets.
That sounds
any
awful.
Shoulder, rib injury, I'd take that over a femur.
you kind of like build up a tolerance to pain once you go through something like that.
It kind of sharpens your edge.
Can't
so.
breaking your femur kill you?
Yeah, thankfully mine wasn't so serious.
I mean,
mine
obviously, yeah, it didn't.
Mine was along the growth plates, so I was actually worried. The doctors were worried that I was going to have one leg longer than the other. But thankfully that never happened. So
John Rahm got a very similar situation to that. You know what I mean? Like some difference between the right and left leg.
Oh,
it could have set you on track for a pretty successful golf career.
Yeah, I don't know if it would have worked out that way, but
I mean, I'm just giving you options, baby.
Yeah.
I also heard that you were like a biology major or something. You were gonna be a doctor if football didn't work out.
Yeah, football wasn't really ever like priority number one. So I was prepared to, go to school and kind of go through that and figure out something that I wanted to do. And I'm glad football worked out though. So
yeah, football seemed pretty dope. But back to this toughness concept. The reason that I'm asking you all these questions, trying to pry into your mental, is I just got this like feeling that golf isn't as tough as it needs to be as a sport, like us as a collective. I think we're a little bit soft. You know what I mean? And I just wanted you to kind of weigh in on like, what are we missing?
I think there are a lot of guys that you probably don't know the entire truth. I think watching Tiger kind of work through his.
Okay, all right, Tiger, all right.
You get some of those guys that battle through injuries, and it's not the physical game that you're used to with football and basketball that you see these injuries and you know that they're going through pain. I think a lot of the guys maybe cover up their injuries and just kind of battle through it silently. But, I've known a couple guys that, whether it's their elbows or their shoulders, that, things creep up on them. So
yeah,
I think there is a bit of toughness to the game.
I guess like people, well, what about all the complaining? As football players, when y'all out there, y'all complaining a lot?
I guess some of us do. It's never super easy. So, especially in the off season, things kind of get tough, and just being able to have teammates around you. I think that's the aspect of golf that some of those guys miss. Is at least if you're all miserable, you're miserable together.
Yep.
And so going through those workouts and having someone to complain to, I think that kind of helps it too.
I just, in my mind, I got this fantasy that like one day we could make golf more like football. You know what I mean? I think that the culture of it, I think how aggressive it is, some of the tenacity, the trash talk, you know what I mean? I feel like the sport would be better if we just introduce some of those elements tastefully into the sport.
I think one of the things that we talked about was having, an edge rusher on the course. At any time he can tackle a guy.
Yeah.
So you have kind of like a shot clock. You better get the ball off.
Yeah.
Or Myles Garrett's coming to, he's going to come sack you. And so that part of golf where he's in the crowd and you don't know where he is, I think that would be pretty interesting.
And if you like do like a fair catch signal or something, you got to take a 2-shot penalty if you don't want to take the hit.
Yeah, I mean,
that's fair.
It would kind of change the game a lot, but it definitely would be entertaining.
You got OB, you got water, you got bunkers, and then you got linebackers.
Yeah, and you got, the Watts. You got Myles Garrett. You got Jadeveon Clowney coming after you.
Would you watch more golf if
the
that was the
crossover?
case?
Yeah, I'd watch it for sure. I wouldn't play in it, but.
I don't know, to me, you kind of seem like you got a PGA Tour professional like aura about you, like the calmness, the decency. I bet you hold doors for people and like help old ladies across the street. Like you seem like that kind of, you seem like the model PGA Tour player.
Well, I appreciate that. I try to be a good person, and we can always be better, but I appreciate that.
But you don't have the nastiness that I see, like the nasty side that I see a lot of other NFL dudes that I talk to have.
Well, I think it's one thing to have it on the field and one thing to be able to kind of distinguish not having it on the field. And when we're off the field, it's great to be a good person and be nice to everyone. But when you get on the field, you got to be competitive.
But are you nasty? Do you talk trash?
Well,
Justin Herbert, do you talk trash?
There have been times, but it's rare. So I just kind of take care of my business. Stay with the team. I think when you start getting distracted and talking to other people, I think that kind of pulls away from my game.
So you're not a trash talker?
Not all the time.
But people talk a lot of trash to you.
No, actually, everyone's been really nice to me. Believe it or not, I'm not joking. My first interaction was 2020. And the Damu Kong Su was the nicest guy that I've ever met. Like, came up to me mid-play, asked how I was doing. I think he's from Oregon too, so maybe we just had that connection. But no, everyone's been super nice.
Bro, you haven't.
It's crazy.
No linebackers, no defensive ends have been in your face saying, "Don't get up."
No, not really.
Stay down.
No, people have helped me up, and like this past weekend, I went on a fishing trip, and Chris Jones was there, and he's an incredible guy, and he talked to me the entire time about if he knocks me down in the backfield, he'll help me up this upcoming year. So, no, it's awesome. It's really cool.
Bro, you are completely changing my orientation around what professional football is.
Yeah, isn't it crazy? I would have thought it was something completely different.
Are you lying to me right now?
No, I'm being serious. I've told this story a bunch of times where the guys have been actually nice. I would have thought something else. I think in the NFL, everyone kind of takes care of each other, so kind of understand it that way.
But this kind of messes up my...
Yeah, it does. No, it really does. There are certain guys that, like, we got a lot of guys on our team that, you know, talk a good game.
Yeah.
And they're special at, like, you know, they've done that, and it helps them play, so.
But it don't help you.
I just kind of, you know, stay out of it, so.
I'm a big trash talker.
Yeah.
It's my thing.
Even on the golf course?
Yeah, what I lack in skill, I try to make up for and bad-mouthing people at critical times during the match.
Yeah.
Do you think that am I an asshole for that, or do you understand
No, I think
that is a skill set all its own, right?
No, that's part of competing, and if you're gonna do anything to win and that falls under that category, I don't blame you one bit.
You are one of the nicest people that I've ever met, bro.
I appreciate that, but.
I'm just saying, dog. So, like, would you be opposed to me just introducing the trash talk component to the game of golf alongside?
No, if you could get that in my game, I'd be down for it. So we got a lot to learn.
Give me like some sample Herbert trash talk right now. Like, what would you say if you had to say something? Like, give me a go-to line.
I think it's basically just like whenever we'd score or anything like that.
What do you say?
I mean, you just say like nice defense or something like.
It's like sarcasm.
Yeah, it's a lot of sarcasm.
Do you say it at that volume too? Like, so people kind of can't hear you and then they don't really hold it against you?
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Just to get it out, but not really say it loud enough where people hear you. That's a good idea.
Well, man, I really think that, like, you know, if I was looking for the synergies, I'm always looking for ways to grow the game. Having somebody like you that loves the game is a big part of that. You know what I mean? I think that if you were to do more stuff inside of the golf landscape, the game will be better for it. Do you see any PGA Tour pros that you kind of resonate with? Like from just like from a game perspective, like, you know, skill perspective or aura, demeanor type perspective when you do watch golf?
I mean, there are so many guys that I've got so much respect for. You named a guy, John Rahm. You know, I got to follow him past weekend at the Masters and just kind of watched him around the green, and he's such a pro, and the way he attacks every hole. There's so much more that goes into golf than what you see on TV, and just the way they talk to their caddies and talk about their previous rounds, what they've done before. No, I love being able to kind of pick up things from him.
I do think that y'all got like the most synergies, I think, between, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He got a little bit more of a fiery side than you would.
No, he's awesome. We actually did this event, I think a couple years ago for Nickelodeon, and we were on the same team, and so I got to meet him. You know, incredibly well produced. I saw the whole thing. It was awesome. We go out there and kind of had this challenge on Nickelodeon.
I saw it.
You know, of these different gadgets and things, and ended up getting slimed at the end, and that part wasn't so fun, but it was a good day.
You seem like you would enjoy getting slimed.
No, it was tough to get out of my hair. Kind of stained my clothes, so brutal.
But it was a pretty well-produced show, though. You would agree?
Yeah. I think it was done really well.
It might have been one of the best-produced shows that any of us has ever seen.
I think it was up for some big awards. I don't know if it ended up winning any, but it was up there for sure.
It should have won all of the awards.
Yeah, should have cleaned house.
I'm gonna ask you one little controversial thing. I think because you outside of the sport, it make you qualified to weigh in on it. Talk to me what your sentiments are on PGA Tour Live stuff. I'm not trying to get all political.
I know. I wish I knew more about the whole situation, and you know, people have to make the best decision for themselves, and I think those guys in that situation are able to, you know, make that for themselves. I feel like it's really easy for me to criticize someone else, you know, or what I would have done in that situation, but I'm not in that situation.
Exactly.
And I don't have to deal with it, and you know, if someone thinks that's what's best for them, best for their family, you know, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, and so I don't really understand their situation. But
yeah, I'm not asking for all of that. I'm just saying, like, because the pay structure, do you think that if you were a professional golfer, would you like going out there and eating what you killed? Or would you like for people to kind of take a bet on you that you could kill some stuff and kind of front load the money a bit? You know what I'm saying?
It kind of makes it more seem like, you know, the MLB, NFL, NBA contracts where you're getting paid to play for years, not so much of going out there and having to win to make money. You know, I do think it is a cool thing that guys get paid regardless of whether they make the cut or not. I think that's got to be really tough on guys that are on the tour that go from place to place, and if you don't win, you're not getting paid. But you know, I think those are kind of the things that I think about when I kind of.
Would you like it if the NFL moved to like a PGA Tour model of paying it?
I like the way it is now. If that answers the question.
Thank you for being honest right there, dog. Thank you for being honest. Hey, but let's shift to some golf stuff though, man.
Yeah.
I know you injured right now, but what's your connection to the sport? How long you been playing? You know, what do you love about it? That was nice.
That was not good.
You hitting shots one-handed, bro.
Yeah.
We gotta have some great spots.
I was distracted. Sorry.
I'll do one with you, baby. Come
That was-
on,
yeah,
we
that
in
was
this
better.
together.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off either.
I'm gonna let him focus on this.
Nice divot.
The one-hand game needs some work.
Yeah, but at least we're out here though. You know.
Hey, but tell me, so what's been your relationship with the game of golf? How long you been playing?
Yeah,
What's been the experience with it?
I grew up playing with my brothers and my dad. My grandfather, they had a house down in Arizona, so whenever we went down there, we'd go play with them. And it was more so just to have fun and get out there. And it wasn't very competitive. But as soon as you get to college, a bunch of the guys on the team played. And so it was just a way to get out there and hang out with the guys and play golf. And then I think the past couple of years, the more time you have off in the off season, you have to get better or else you're wasting your time. So golf has been one of those fun things that you can put, no matter how much time you put into it, you might not see any improvement. So
It's a very toxic relationship we all have with this sport.
yeah, and not playing from July to February, it doesn't help. So
Not at all.
you gotta pick it back up as soon as you can.
But has golf, like, can you think of any relationships or like friendships that golf has helped enhance for you? Like, is this something that you really do lean into to get closer to certain people or to bond with people?
Well, I think for sure. I think you get to know the guys that you're playing with, and anytime that you get a chance to go out there on the golf course, you learn more about someone. You get the chance to kind of break the ice and go compete. A lot of my best friends grew up playing golf, guys that you kind of just go out with and hang out with, and you know, we got a bunch of guys on the Chargers that play golf, so anytime that we get the chance to go golf with them, it only helps you on the field.
Yeah, it only helps you on the field. Explain
Yeah.
that to me.
I think the more you know someone, the more you can trust them on the field.
Yeah.
When you can be yourself and be genuine with those guys, I think you earn their respect, and I think the more you're around them, I think that helps too. And so you go out and compete in golf, and next thing you know, you're talking about what you need to do on the sideline, adjusting, things like that. So it helps for sure.
Are there any other like mental or emotional benefits that you get from playing golf? Like, does it help clear your mind at all, or like, is it a stress reliever? Is there any other therapeutic properties to the game that more football players could tap into if they play?
Yeah, I think the thing that helps me the most is anytime I have a bad shot, you have to understand that there's always the next shot, and no matter how bad it gets, you have to kind of answer for that one. And whether you're in the rough, in the bunker, it's all about getting back on course and knowing that, you know, the round's not over yet. And as long as there's, you know, a few holes to play, there's still a chance for you to win. And I think I kind of take that approach with football. If I throw an interception, an incompletion, or I miss a guy, it's all about, all right, I'll get you on the next one. It's not going to affect the next couple of series or anything like that. So it's all about bouncing back, dealing with adversity.
I could literally tell that that's how you play football, dog. Like, I literally
Try
see.
to at least. Yeah.
I mean, try best effort, you know what I mean? Yo, so you also talk to me about your charity as well. Don't you got a big charity golf outing that you do every year?
Yeah, so Kid Sports in Eugene, Oregon is one of those things that I grew up playing. They've got, basketball, football, baseball leagues for youth sports, and they do a bunch of camps, and they kind of just, introduce sports to the youth of Eugene, and they've done an incredible job and have hosted that golf tournament. Unfortunately, not doing it this year because of my shoulder, but no, they've done an incredible job of just getting everyone involved.
And that's another thing too that golf allows us is the opportunity to give back, right, in droves, bring people together, focus on causes that we all need to be paying more attention to, and just do the right things for whole communities at a time.
Yeah, I think we've got an incredible platform, and as long as we're using it properly and responsibly, I think we're able to change a lot of things.
Yeah. So what's I just think that, you are such a great role model, not just for football, but for all sports, right? Like, when you're thinking about messaging to kids that look up to you and see you as a huge inspiration and, that want to be like you, what are some of the things that you tell them to keep their head in the game and thinking about things the right way?
it might sound cheesy, but my dad always taught me these 4 things growing up. It's always give your best, get better, never give up, treat people the way you want to be treated.
Say that one more time. You said that kind of quick.
Yeah. Always get better.
Always get better.
Always do your best.
Yep.
Treat people the way you want to be treated. Never give up. Hopefully I said those in the right order. But as long as you do those 4 things, you can be happy with the effort that you put in, and it might not always go your way. Things are outside of your control, whether, competing out there. There's a lot of things that go wrong, but you can be proud of the effort you put in and happy with what you've done.
Give me some predictions for the upcoming year, dog. I mean, obviously, you're following the doctor's orders, letting yourself heal properly. You're going to come back, do your thing, but what do you think? What's life look like for the Chargers this upcoming season?
I'm really excited. We're pairing up with Kellen Moore from Dallas, and I know that we've got some really special receivers coming back. Mike Williams, Keenan Allen. We just re-signed Jalen Guyton as well, and it's a special group. We got a great offensive line, a lot of guys on defense that are coming back, getting healthy, and so hopefully we're able to push the ball downfield, really stress defenses, and then a great running back group too that is always tough to guard out of the backfield.
So I mean, if I had some money to spend, because I am a bit of a degenerate gambler, I mean, what are you telling me to do as far as what the Chargers going to do in the postseason?
I'm telling you.
Tell me something good,
that the Chargers are going to give their best effort no matter what. We're going to do everything we can to win as many games as we can.
I want you to go back to 4th grade, Justin.
Yeah.
Tell me something, man. Put stake in the ground.
Yeah, but you can't just. It's just got to happen. It's got to be natural.
It's got to happen.
Or else it's not going to happen. So.
It's got to happen. All right, so look, I never end this show without a contest. Me and you, we got to figure out something to compete for, all right? Because I know you're a super competitive guy. You're not going to want to lose. I know you only got one arm, but we got to pick a contest. We got this nice bucket out here.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You want to do a little closer to the pin action?
Yeah. How many shots?
3 shots.
Okay.
3 shots. You know what I mean?
Alternating?
Yeah, we could alternate.
Okay.
We could alternate. So look, what we competing for? Are you a gambling guy?
Yeah, what are the stakes? What do we got?
I usually like to ask for something outrageous, but you seem a lot more.
Yeah, what do you got?
I don't know,
What about a nice pair of golf shoes?
Bro, that is not outrageous. Come on, we both Nike fans. We get whatever we want. That's not, you didn't incentivize me at all there.
All right, I was just trying to be helpful.
All right, so look, how about if I win, what type of access can you give me inside of SoFi Stadium?
Oof.
I want the works, dog. I want the works. What could you give me?
I can see what I can do.
You can see what you Justin Herbert, what you mean?
Exactly.
You can't get me inside the locker room, you can't.
Well, that I think we could probably do.
I want what's the most you've ever done for somebody? I want that.
Like sideline passes, maybe?
Okay. 3 games.
3 games?
Yeah.
That is outrageous.
Thank you. All right, cool. Mission accomplished. And if you win, I'll give you maybe a lifetime deal from Callaway.
Did you get you didn't get a green jacket for the digital?
I did not get a green jacket. It's a sore subject.
Okay.
I hate that you brought that back up.
I would have said maybe a green jacket for the digital tour, but.
You were gonna get it for me?
No, you were gonna have to get me one.
Oh, okay. I'll get you a digital green jacket. An NFT of some sort. I heard those are pretty worthless these days.
No, I like the one you said before, the lifetime Callaway. We could work
Lifetime?
on that. Yeah.
Before we get into this contest though, how does it feel to be signed by Callaway though, dog? Because I mean,
awesome.
you one of the very few non-golf athletes to come on board with the family, and what does that mean to you?
It's incredible. I'm so thankful. If I talk about my golf journey and my level of play, it's changed the past couple of years, and I've been playing Callaway clubs. And the Rogue driver that I have is super easy for me to hit.
Yep.
Coming out here, getting everything fitted, everything fits, and everything is tailored to my game, and I've seen a big difference. And it's allowed me to kind of play a different way and learn and continue to push the boundaries of that. So I'm super thankful. So I love coming out here and being out here, so it doesn't get any better than
And
this.
if you thought the Rogue was nice, bro, wait till you try this paradigm,
I know.
dog.
I can't wait for this thing to get healed.
Yeah. Okay, look, 3 shots, closest to the bucket. If I win, sideline passes, 1 for each shot. It only makes sense. And if you win, lifetime Callaway deal.
Okay.
You go first.
All right.
We one-handing this, right?
Yep. Well, you're gonna one-hand it?
I'm a one-hand, bro.
Okay.
You think I'm
Thank
not
you. Yeah, you're a good man.
I'm a little unfair, but I'm not a cheater, bro. My boy really don't want me to go to no games.
I'll take it. That's not bad for the first one.
My
I was
boy
a little
really
worried.
don't want me to go to no games. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Short.
Get up, get up. All right, 1-0. I ain't scared.
I think the wind's kind of affecting it. We got to play into that.
I'm not losing to Justin Herbert with one arm, bro. Bro, where did this come from?
Long. Might have to go
Bro,
out there
you was just over here
and measure.
chunking and blading them, and now you want to step up?
You throw some money involved in.
What you basically saying is you don't have the clearance to give me those 3 sideline passes, so you didn't want to lose.
No.
That's cool. I
can
thought you
fight
had a
for
little
it.
bit more pull
I'll
than
see
that.
what I can do.
Get up, get up.
All right, that's the one right there, isn't it?
Okay, 1-1. Would you say that? Do you think I won that one?
Yeah, I think that one is closer. Yeah, the one you just hit.
We going in a series, so you was
So
just
it's 1-1?
1-up. Yeah, it's
Okay.
1-1. This the
All right.
tiebreaker.
Cool. Yeah, I'd prefer that because you just
Lock in, baby.
thinned it.
He really want to give me these passes. He really want to give me these passes.
You got to hit this one first, though.
I thought you said you wasn't a trash talker.
I'm
bro.
not. That was
What
kind
are
of
you
a
saying?
that was kind of a respectful, you know.
Justin, be consistent, bro.
All right. Sorry.
Come on, Raj. Come on, Raj.
Nice shot.
Oh!
Nice shot. That's what that. Yeah.
You know, that usually happens to me when I talk crazy, man. It's just like it never.
So we're tied. I mean, basically tied 1-1.
So we gonna get a redo there?
Yeah. How about we just see who can hit it further with one hand?
Damn, that was a very specific challenge. It's like you've been working on that a bit. First of all, what club do you have?
I have a 50 degree. What do you have?
I had a 56. I'm
Oh,
not about
yeah,
to let
so
you cheat me, dog. All right, 52. Long one-arm contest.
Yeah. 2 shots.
2 shots. Bro, this is wild. A long one-arm wedge contest. This makes no sense.
This is how we do things around here, you know.
All right, you go first, dog.
Okay.
You go first. Oh, bro, you can't even hit a 50 with 2 hands like that.
I know. It's crazy. Makes me so mad.
Hold on, dog. Justin Herbert is not about to beat me at golf with one arm, bro. Nah, that's trash.
I think the key might be to blade it.
That's trash. All right, you 1 up, dog. All right, come on.
You maybe just got to catch it so thin that. Sorry about the green there.
That might be the one. Bro, you just hit like a
I just
100.
scorched the green.
My bro just hit a 180-yard, 50-degree wedge with one arm. Well, that's gonna bode well for the season, I guess. That right arm doing pretty good. All right, so we gotta blade it. Hold on, lock in here, Raj. Lock in. If you didn't want me to go to the game, you could have just said it, dog.
No, you won 1 though, so I gotta find a way to make that happen. Appreciate you.
I appreciate you making the time.
That was a lot of fun.
Hey, but on a serious note, if you ever, I'm gonna put together like a little group of people and we're gonna roll out this little football golf crossover content stuff where we put people on shot clocks. I don't know if you've been paying attention to the headlines, but this game is getting a little too slow, and I think that this NFL merge concept.
Yeah, you're gonna do something about it.
Would you like to be on my board?
I'll be a supporter.
Will you be on the board to kind of help move that forward?
Yeah, I could do that.
Thank you. All right.
We can work.
I've got your word. Me and Justin Herbert about to change the game.
I'll get my people in contact with your people.
Make sure you do that.
Yeah.
You know what? That Justin Herbert dude is really making me take a long look in the mirror and reconsider what a dog actually looked like. I didn't used to think that you could be a nice guy and a killer at the same time, but what I'm realizing is it's the nice dudes that you really got to watch out for, you know? But he a great ambassador for the game, and I'm glad that we could agree on some golf reform, you know? So I think all y'all better be careful because there could be a linebacker coming to a golf course near you. Hey, glad to have you on the Callaway fam, Justin. Yeah.